All of you to make sure that I have 10 people in the room. Nobody hide. Vicky's waving. This is me. Yay. Okay. Today I am doing a speech for my speech class. Thank you all for coming. I do appreciate it. The speech you're going to find out is about moi. So some of you may learn some things about me. Some of you may already know these things about me. But I know at 39, trying to balance college, work, and my children's extracurricular activities has put me in going back to school. So right now I'm attending Lubeck Community College, obviously, doing some online classes. Dropped one this semester because 13 credit hours was too much. And let me tell you what, if you ever take A&P online, no good whatsoever. So what I'm here to tell you about is a little bit about myself. And some of you know I've moved down here from Topeka to southeast Kansas. I lived in Topeka for 37 years. So yes, I'm almost 40, obviously, if you do the math. So we moved down here to be closer to some family and be able to do things because we always come down here anyway to camp, fish, canoe, all that good stuff. So we moved down here with our two boys who attend Girard High School. So 15 and 16, the youngest one just got his license Wednesday. Please be aware, please be frightened. Yes, and he is on a restricted license, so he is able to drive to and from school, to and from work, to and from home, obviously, in some sporting events. He failed his first test, and so, yeah. So now we have his second test he did pass, and he is a driver. My oldest one is a driver as well, but he's a good driver. And he is. I like to spend time with my kids. Some of you have heard stories about basketball games, football games. I've only had 2 sporting events I've ever almost gotten into a fight. Calm down. One was basketball, one was football. They deserved it. And so I spend a lot of time doing that, but I spend a lot of time here at Ducommon, as you guys know. I come in early. I do 50 hours a week here. I also work a part-time job, for those of you who did not know that. And we had some people quit at my recent job, so we went from having 6 employees to where we now have, I think, 4, with a couple of new ones. So I work 50 hours here, then I work about 24 hours a week there, at least what I have been the last 3 weeks, because we had 2 people quit over Memorial. Awesome. And so I fill in, I get called in a lot, because much like here, I don't miss work. I come to work, I stay at work, go home, whatever, and continue to do online classes. So that's been part of the balance of learning how to go to school and do all of this. I did find an interesting statistic that I thought I'd share with you guys from Spark Online. I learned that more than 1/5 of undergraduates are parents. I don't know how many of you knew that. So 1/5 of undergraduates are parents, and according to a recent report from National Center for Education Statistics, of the moms and dads, 75% of them hold a full-time job to where they work 35 hours a week minimum. So that speaks volumes to me that people, not only just me, but I'm not the only parent doing it, but you know, I'm working 70 hours a week, going to school, and then, but those 75% of the undergraduates are working at least 35 hours. So some of you go to school. Did you go take some classes, Amy? I know Beth did, is. So,
I think Rachel does.
Yeah, Rachel did. Who else did? There was a couple of other people who, Gidget took some classes. So there's a lot of working people who go and take classes and try to better themselves. And as you know, Ducommon wants us all to be better and wants us to go to school and become more involved in being able to have a degree in higher education, making it more important for us in those jobs out there to be long-term. My goal, unfortunately, is not to stay with Ducommon. My job is to go on and do something different. When I was 5, I had always told my family I was going to be a doctor. I'm a little old to go to school to be a doctor. That takes, like 8 years? I don't have that kind of time. So I have decided to go into physical therapy, and I am taking my courses for the physical therapy program to move on and go outside of Ducommon. Yes, I keep looking at Doug for that because I get the look in the discussion every now and then. So it's not a bad one. So with that said, I am trying to further myself by taking the speech class for my physical therapy degree. And I had physical therapy, medical terminology, if any of you have ever went through a medical terminology book, ouch. And then, like I said, the A&P earlier. In the A&P class, you got 25 points for 50 questions. And so that was part of the reason I dropped the class. I can't work that hard to get that little of a grade. So it wasn't that I'm a quitter and I can't. I just couldn't. And I did actually feel bad for quitting. I've been married for 14 years as of Tuesday of this week. Some of you know that. You saw the post. Yeah. Yay! So goal is 50. We'll see how that works out. Let's see. Finding the balance between the three has been tough. And I would like to say if any of you try that, I applaud you because I do also have hobbies. I garden. Which, by the way, the mosquitoes are extremely bad right now outside. But I do garden. I have pets. We have chickens. We have cats. I had a dog, but I don't anymore. Vicky keeps trying to get me to take a dog, and that's not going to happen. And so, with that said, I really just want to say that being as driven as I am, I appreciate that you guys have came in and listened to me. I've friends with several of you. I work with several of you on a very regular basis every day. Seems like for hours upon hours. And Doug, I thank you for being my boss and allowing me to take this time to meet with everybody and just tell you a little bit about me. Does anybody have any questions or any comments? Did I do horrible?
What's your favorite word?